Next, our second Distinguished Alumni Award goes to Tiki Davis. It's my immense pleasure to ask him to come forward and accept the Sul Ross State University Distinguished Alumnus Bachelor.
Good evening, everybody. I want to say thank you to this university. I want to thank you to all my friends that's been with me a long time. My daughter, my granddaughter, their mother, good friend Steve Lang, Brad Stout, Oscar Wright, that traveled down here with me. I don't take that lightly, and I appreciate it. Because anybody that knows Tiki, I didn't grow up with much family. But when I came to Sul Ross in 1999, it was the beginning of something that been with me a long time. I like to call it under the surface work. Because when I came here, I was rough around the edges. I needed an opportunity. I was knocking on the door and Sul Ross answered and gave me an opportunity to live my dream as a college student. So the surface work that was working on me, I was building a legacy of character, learning how to treat people, learning how to study, learning how to become a better citizen, and also being a student athlete. I was working deep on myself under the surface, but no one really knew how hard I was working on myself. I like to consider my life journey in comparison to a Chinese bamboo tree. Because if you know the story of the bamboo tree, you water it, you nurture it for 5 years before it ever starts to sprout. You got to make sure the weeds are away from it. But after a 5-year period, that bamboo tree will start to grow. And it grows up to 80 feet in the air. So when I was here at Sul Ross, the 6-7 years that I was here, I was growing underneath the surface. So today, the man that you see that's getting the award here is the man that's starting to grow like that bamboo tree. And now you're starting to see the roots that's becoming a distinguished alum, a college graduate of 2 times, a successful businessman, a successful father. That's my greatest role. I try very hard at that. But as that bamboo tree grows and becomes up to 80 feet and everybody's starting to admire it, nobody was paying attention to that underneath the surface work. So when you have a student or a person that don't look like you, that's kind of rough around the edges, understand what's going on underneath the surface. It's that root work. Because when that bamboo tree grows up to 80 feet, why do you think it took so long for it to grow underneath the surface? Because it needed those strong roots to hold up that foundation. So now I'm starting to grow into my life. I needed that foundation of the roots of friends and family and people around the world to help me along this journey as I stand on stages around the world. But I'm grounded in my foundation. Anybody that know me for a song period, I always had big dreams, but it's standing with that under the surface work. Now, as that bamboo tree grows, in comparison to me, it starts to sprout, the branches, right? And as it grows, the last thing that grows on the branches is the fruit, right? So today, as I'm awarded, and just like all these other people, great people that's being honored tonight, you're getting your fruit now, and it's the last thing to grow. That's my time, and I thank you for yours. Lobo, thank you.